How's it going, Guardian? Shifty here, and today I'm back with another Legend Lost Sector guide. In this one, I'm going to be covering the Quarry Lost Sector in the EDZ. Now, the EDZ Lost Sectors are some of the easiest to farm on Legend difficulty. As for the details for the Quarry Legend Lost Sector, we have Barrier and Unstoppable Champions, it has Void Burn, there are going to be Solar and Void Shields, and it has the Scorched Earth modifier. In just a moment, I'll be going over my loadout for this Legend Lost Sector, but before I do that, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. First of all, I'm going to be doing a slower run on a Warlock for those of you who prefer that. Then I'm going to be doing a faster run on a Hunter to show you that you can get this done in under 2 minutes. So in terms of my loadout for this Lost Sector, I am using Solar 3.0, but I don't think any particular setup is important. I would maybe just go for a fusion grenade because it has one of the fastest cooldowns and can be useful in this particular Lost Sector. Outside of that, you can really pick whatever aspects and fragments you want and have really whatever setup you want for your Solar 3.0. As for my weapons, I found great success using Arbalest in my kinetic slot because it's just a great overall weapon for barrier champions. Then in my energy slot, I have the Aisha's Embrace Adept Scout Rifle from Trials of Osiris. The only reason I'm using this scout rifle is for unstoppable champions, but also because it does void damage, and void damage is boosted by 50% due to void burn. So if you don't have this one, you could always use the Witch Queen scout rifle, or if you have an old void scout rifle that's not sunset, you could use that as well. Then in my heavy slot, I am using the Thread and Needle Linear Fusion Rifle, which also does void damage, so this will also get a 50% damage boost due to void burn. You could swap this out for another linear fusion rifle if you don't have it. You could swap it out for a different void heavy weapon. Whatever you want to use should work out fine here. Then for my armor mods, I use similar mods on both my Warlock and Hunter runs in this video, so I'm just going to show them to you once on my Hunter. Also, you don't need any specific exotic armor piece for this Lost Sector, so put on whatever piece you feel comfortable using. Anyway, with that said, for my armor mods, I'll just quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. Alright, and that is it for my loadout here. I will be starting with my slower Warlock run with live commentary, then I'll move into my faster Hunter run with live commentary. There will be timestamps available if you want to skip to either run. Now, let's get into it. Alright, so for this Lost Sector, it's not overly difficult in my opinion. We're going to have an unstoppable champion right off the bat there. Alright, linear fusion rifles are a pretty good option for this Lost Sector. Take care of some of these enemies out in the distance. Got a void shield there. With void burn on, void weapons, including primaries, are going to do a very good job here. There are several decent void scout rifles to choose from that you can use here that will give that 50% damage boost. Alright, the first area has been cleared out. Let's move on to the second. There should be a champion right around the corner here, and it should jump down. We have a barrier champion. Let's break that barrier champion shield. I'm going to toss a fusion grenade over there. Perfect. And now we can move on to the boss room. Again, this is one of the easier ones to farm, and I'm even taking it a bit slower than I normally would. I'm going to toss another fusion grenade there on those scions. There's a barrier champion up top. Let's try to deal with that right away. Barrier champion is down. We are being hit by an enemy to the right. Not a big deal. There's our solar shield. It's on the boss enemy. I'm going to go ahead and use my linear fusion rifle here on the boss. While I have the shield broke at least. And we'll take care of this legionary that pushed me. And you can see we do have an unstoppable champion that spawned. I wasn't quite sure when it was going to show up, but I did wait a little while until it kind of got its way over here. I can go ahead and finish this. I don't have to stun it again or anything like that. Now, since I do have my Well of Radiance, I'm going to go ahead and use it right here and finish off the boss. And now we can grab the chest. And there we have it. That's a platinum completion of the Quarry Legend Lost Sector in 2 minutes and 41 seconds. That was even with me taking a little bit slower. Now, you do have to keep in mind I am quite a bit above the recommended power of 1560. I'm 1576. So if you are below the recommended power, this is going to end up taking you longer, of course. So that was a bit of a slower run on a Warlock. Now I'm going to show you a faster run on a Hunter, and either strategy that you see in this video should work on a Titan as well. Alright, so right off the bat here, we're going to have a few enemies that hop up here. I'm just going to toss a fusion grenade on those. I'm going to be ready for this unstoppable now. We're going to finish this unstoppable with the linear fusion rifle. Now there are no more enemies in this room that we have to take out, so I'm going to go ahead and scoot off to the right here. Just kind of skip these enemies. Speed the run up a little bit. Now in this room, we're going to have a few enemies as well. Legionaries, and then there's going to be a barrier champion that hops down. We're going to go for that barrier champion now. Barrier champion is down. We can skip the rest of the enemies in this room. Next up, in here, I'm going to go ahead and take out these Scions right down here. We're going to go for this barrier champion up top. Barrier champion down. I'm going to go ahead and take that enemy out. We'll take a few of these enemies out over here. Grab that nightmare orb. And we're going to go for this boss. We do have an unstoppable champion now. I'm going to go ahead and finish that champion. Let's break the shield there on the boss again. And we'll finish the boss off. And then we can head up to the chest. And there we have it. That is a run that's just under 2 minutes here on a Hunter. In just under 2 minutes, without too much stress, you should be able to finish this one once you get enough practice. So like I said earlier, either one of these strategies should work regardless of what class you're on. With that said, I hope that you find this video useful, and if you do, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.